Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Wednesday, May 26th. And I thought I would come on and show the items that I got at Dollar Tree for the $14 art journal challenge that Rosemary Morris has going. I have some happy mail that I want to open. I'll be doing that first. And this is for my July art journal cover. I did get this at Dollar Tree yesterday. But I'm going to use this for my July art journal cover. I think this is awful pretty. I think this will work. And this I'm going to be working on for postcards. Good morning. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to my desk. Now, oh, there's Lori. Good morning, Lori. Hello, Lori. She says, good morning, Marigold. I did get off to Dollar Tree yesterday. I didn't get a whole lot of other stuff done, but I got the Dollar Tree. I usually take a nap after my streams in the morning. I got Happy Mail from Sharon Lombard, and I told her that I'd open it right at the beginning of the stream so that when she watched the replay, she's also Mountain Time or Pacific Time, so this is ultra early for her, so she won't be watching this live. It's 4:30 in the morning here. You haven't been to your Dollar Tree for quite a while. Well, I was sort of disappointed. They had a nice craft area, but it's really kind of gone downhill at our store. And I asked the clerk about it. I asked them if they are doing away with their craft area. And she said that, let me fix my chair. She said that they're restocking. So, but, the items that I find at my Dollar Tree are not as cool as the ones that Rosemary found. So, that's the way it goes. Let's see, I'm going to have to open this. Oh, this says top. She wrote top here, so I guess there's a way to open this. Let me top. So she wants me to open it carefully standing up, but I was more concerned about not showing her address. All right, this is the top. This is from Sharon Lombard. Boy, do I owe Sharon happy. I owe everybody Happy Mail. But I usually take a nap after my after I stream. She has a Staples store. She's got Staples store. All right. We might do something with that one of these days. Let's open this up and see what she's done. Pop. Oh, look, there's a... Oh, there's candy in there. There's some candy. Coffee candy. Ooh, thank you, Sharon. Aw, and I get a nice little box. So let's read the note first. Oh, and she put a Rolodex. Is this a Rolodex card? It's a little file card. Everything has beauty. I wonder if that'll fit in my Rolodex. I might cut a couple little notches. And she signed it down here, Sharon Lombard, 2021. I might put this on a Rolodex, make a little pocket to hold it. or yeah, make a little tab holder for it. Right now, I'm just going to set it right in here. Thank you, Sharon. She says, I thought Penelope, oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me. She said, I thought Penelope would like a friend. I felted this lady for you. Hope you like her. Blessing, Sharon. Oh, let me tell you, Sharon is an excellent felter. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Oh, Sharon Lombard. Oh, takes my breath away, the talent in this community. Oh. Oh, she's sweet. Oh. Oh, I'll have to put these with my Matryoshka dolls. Oh, look at this. Oh, and this is all felt. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, Sharon. Oh, my goodness. Penelope, let's play Dolly. Penelope, meet your new friend. She needs a name. She needs a name. Penelope says, oh, I like her already. She's gorgeous. She says, hello, Penelope. I came to keep you company. Do you guys ever play dollies? I haven't played dollies for years and years and years and years and years. Oh, oh, I love her. Oh, she's so elegant. Look, she's got her hair. Look at, oh, this is so, she's got a red hat on, but she's got her hair pulled over to one side of the shoulder and going down. And she's got a red lace shawl or scarf on. And she's holding a red rose. She's got red around the base. This is just wonderful. Look at her hat. It's got roses in it. I just love it. Penelope says, yeah, but I'm still your main your main gal, aren't you? And I thought, of course, Penelope, you'll never not be my main gal. Shoo. Well, then she's welcome here. Oh, isn't this wonderful? Let me go look at chat. Here, I'll put her like this so you guys can see. Let's go look at chat. Lori says she hasn't been to Dollar Tree for quite a while. Patricia says, hi, Patricia Strufert. Good morning. Patricia lives in Iowa, which is just west of me. Someday, someday I'm going to get through that state again. Lori says, everyone sends you happy mail because they want to, not because they expect something in return. I know, but still. Happy mail has become my challenge. Let me tell you, it's become my challenge, and you guys have heard me about that before. The next thing I'm going to send in happy mail is Arlene's pocket. I've got this pocket that I made for her when she crushed her foot. And I just haven't sent it to her yet. I just haven't got it off in the mail. I need to get it off. Oh. Hi, Ruth. Good morning, Ruth. Hi, Artsy Nancy. Good morning, ladies. Isn't she beautiful? Oh, my word, Lori says. She is gorgeous. Sharon, you are so talented. Look, she's got little sparkly red earrings in. How, and look at her eyes. Her eyes are, oh my goodness. Are they felt? I don't think her eyes are felted. Her eyes are real, but where does she ever get eyes? Where does she ever get those eyes? I mean, not real eyes. They're glass or a bead or something. And the nose, I love the nose. I just love her. I just love her. Oh. Lori said, oh my word, she's gorgeous. Sharon, you are so talented. Artsy says, hi, Lori Ruth. I'll be here soon. Nancy says, I hope. Patricia says, good morning. Or Ruth says, good morning to Patricia. Lori says, she's just amazing. I cannot hear what you name her. I don't know. She's, I might have a contest. Not a contest. I'm not going to do any contest until I get what I have mailed out. So that might be quite a while. But I think I'll do a list of suggestions on names, and then I'll pick one via random org, and I think that's how we'll name her. So probably Friday night. Friday night, I'm going to do a list of names for Penelope's new friend. Oh, she's just gorgeous. She's just gorgeous. You know, she looks to me like she's ready for a shopping trip to or maybe go to the theater or go to, go someplace. She's ready to go to a ladies' meeting. Oh, she's wonderful. Penelope says, I think so too. She says, my new sister. My new sister. Oh, thank you so much, Sharon Lombard. Ah, just blows my mind. This is going to go in my art journal, but we're not going to do that right now. What we're going to do is the Dollar Tree $14 art challenge. $14 art challenge. Journal. And I'm going to call mine an art journal. So I did get some items that were not for that were not for the challenge. But let's see what I have here. I did count. So I bought tissue paper. And I got it because I noticed the gold here. So this is $1 tissue paper. And we might work on this a little this morning. I'm only going to be on till 7:30 Central because Dee Dee comes on. This is Wednesday morning. And I got Crayolas. Yep, needed Crayolas. Now, Rosemary's been doing videos on hers, so I'll have to catch up with Rosemary. I bought index cards because I needed something paper. So there's $3. Now the other item in here I'm going to hold because I may or may not use this for the challenge. Let me reach the other sack here. I bought some double-sided tape because that'll be used. I'll be using double-sided tape to put things in. Then in our Dollar Tree, they have these little bags, a whole bunch of these little bags. And I found one with, they're either jaguars or tigers. And I normally do not go for this type of stuff. However, that just jumped out at me. Those animals jumped out at me. And then I bought this little journal. And I'm going to gut this journal. I'll still use the pages. But I'm going to gut the journal. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I also bought this. Let me find things. Did I set it aside? Where did I put that sack? No. So there's 5. I bought this little photo album. Now, I'm not going to use the photo album. I'm going to gut the pages and take these out. And I've been debating back and forth whether I'm going to do index card a day. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Times 2 is 12. There's probably about 24. So June has 30, so I'll have to rig up a couple more. But index card a day in here. I'm going to gut this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I bought some of this because I thought it would be good as a mark maker. It's a non-slip rug underlay. I thought I could do something with that. So that's 8. Now, I'm not going to use all of these in here, but I bought some birds. So I'm debating about these. Let me put these aside for a moment. I bought some stars. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This stars is 9. I'll be using these as something. These say they're metallic beads. They are beads. I was going to, if they're truly metallic, they should rust. But I have a feeling that they're just painted metallic. I don't think they're true metallic. Now, I bought this for the rusting project. I have some silver ones, but I was listening to Candy, and she said the copper ones rust up right away. So that's another thing I got that I may not use. What is that, 9? Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's $5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's $10 right here. I got some note cards that are all fleur-de-lis. Maybe these will be my extras. There are 6 of them, just what I need. So those will be my extras in that book. So there's $10 right there. Then I've got those birds, but I think I'm going to use the butterflies instead. I got some butterflies. There's $11. And I'm getting to the end. I bought some extra stuff for me. I bought extra double-sided tape because it looked like they were running low. And I bought some kitchen. I like to put up clean towels every day in the kitchen. These will go out in the kitchen. Those will go in the kitchen. I got some raffia. And this is interesting. This, it says it's oak raffia. This is oak. American oak. So this is wood. So I think it's going to be stronger. So that's 12. And then I got this scarf. Not so much, I'll probably use it, but look at this. It's butterflies, and it doesn't really go with the animals. I might I might try to rust this, because that would make it the right color. So I might try to rust it. We'll see. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to handle the scarf. So is that 12? 5, 5, 11, 12, 13. And I think the only other thing I got to make it, to round it out, everything else is, I got this, this sparkle mesh. And let me open this up and show it to you, because this will kind of go. So this would be my $14 right here. This will be the end of it. Let me pull this out. Oh, of course, it's all wrapped up in here. So it's kind of a lacy mesh. I don't know how, yeah. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use it, but I got it because the craft section at our Dollar Tree has deteriorated. And I'll sure be glad. And then I might use packaging. Like I might use this clear transparency. I might do some transparent stuff in there to go along with the photo corners. Let me tuck. And I might use stuff like this for tags. Who knows? I'll just tuck this inside here. So, and I think we can use things like our scissors, papers, and glue, that type of thing. And then I might even use the bag. I might even use the bag. The bag is free. So let's start. I'm going to start by gutting these two journals. And I'll just tuck everything back in this bag, and this will become my go-to. This will become my go-to. And I'm going to have to go watch Rosemary and catch up on what she's doing. I'm going to have to also go out to Yellow Daisy or daisyyellow.com and see what the prompts are for the June iCAD project. But I thought, what I'm thinking here, let me put these back in here. Hold on. Let me put these back in my sack. And I'll talk about what I'm thinking here. Rosemary certainly keeps me busy. I had to go to town yesterday anyway. I had to go to the bank, go to the grocery store, things like that. What I like about this is this little journal will tuck into here. Now, what I'd like to do, though, and I'm still trying to figure what I want to do, if I open the seams, the zipper won't matter. But I'm not sure, I'd like it to open up. I'd like to be able to open up. So I might open the seams anyway. Open the seams and open the seams and just get rid of the zipper. Because I really bought it because of the animals. And what I want to happen is I want this to be the cover. So I'm liking this. They had flip-flops there. I almost bought some flip-flops. But I have a pair of flip-flops upstairs that I usually wear. And this is sewn pretty shabby in here. Looks like Mary did it. Looks like Mary did it. But I like the fabric. So I might open this up, turn it inside out, and take it apart. Take it apart here. I'm sure it's, oh yeah, it's just running stitches in there. I can do that right here, I think. Where's my Tim Holtz scissors? There's just one set of running stitches there. It's not double stitched or anything. Or I might just leave the zipper on it and we'll see what I do. I could rust this. I could rust this too. Ooh, we might try to rust this. I'm into the rusting stuff. Or I might just spray it, because I could spray it with this spray. I think I can use things like sprays and scissors and thread and stuff. I don't know if spray would be... They don't have spray at our Dollar Tree. I don't know if that would be an illegal thing to do. Now the corner is... But the colors here, well, not on the journal, but the colors here match. And I don't normally go for oranges, but these are kind of a yellow gold orange. These are it's either a jaguar or a leopard. I haven't decided. Now, how are we going to handle this? Turn it inside out. And let's see, it's almost been 15 minutes. I'm not knowing what Ruth and Patricia said. This sounds like such a good challenge. It is. I haven't done a challenge in a good time. I shopped in my Dollar Tree supplies. I already have. She shopped in her stash of, Patricia's saying that she shopped in her stash of Dollar Tree supplies. I want to do a lot of doodling in a book. Ooh, that sounds fun. I think I'm going to follow the Daisy Yellow June index card a day project in mind. But I think just making the journal is the challenge. I have to go catch up and see what Rosemary, I thought I saw her melting some candles. I'm not going to melt candles. I'm not going to light a candle, I promise. But I will melt crayons with my... Look, they got a lot of threads hanging here. Let's get rid of these. Or maybe I'll save them. But I thought I have to look at the prompts, but the Daisy Yellow prompts. I thought $14. You know, Dollar Tree, you get, you know, it's you can get a lot of good stuff at Dollar Tree for $14 to play with for art. Art, like I said, though, our Dollar Tree's art aisle has, and you know, people come through, especially now I love kids. I'm not getting on to the kids, but they'll reach for things and they won't put them. You know, they'll drop them in the floor and they won't pick them up. That bothers me a lot. That really bothers me. I'll go in there and I'll straighten up all the... I need to do that in my own room, but on a store, you know, there'll be stuff scattered all on one shelf that doesn't belong there, and it'll just be a mess in there. And I'll go in there and what am I going to do here? I'll go in there. If I run into a shelf that has a lot of items that don't belong on that shelf, I'll just stack them. Like yesterday, there was 4 or 5 little bottles of praying paint. I didn't buy any paint. I bought the Crayolas. Well, I have to figure out what I'm going to do about this zipper. It needs to come out. There. The zipper needs to come out entirely, I think. Maybe I can put it in another place. Because see, I want my book to open up, and I'm going to save the little tags. I'm going to have to cut them off, the little plastic thing, but I'll save those. Yeah, I'm going to have to take the zipper out. But fortunately, I don't think that it's sewn in there too tight that I can't just take it out like I did the... So I'll have a zipper to play with too. I really bought this for the animals on the front. I bought it because it was a little bag, which is cute, but I know my journal will grow fatter than what this bag can hold. I can't see where the thread is here. There it is. Get it started and it'll pretty much fall out. There. So today, I resisted going to the greenhouse, or the plant greenhouses at Menards is where I've been buying my plants, most of them. I bought some at Earl May, but I decided I was going to finish planting what I have. I'm just about done with my plants, putting them in the ground, but it rained again yesterday morning. While we were in here, I think it rained. So the ground's been so wet, I can't get out and work like I want to. But I think it's going to be nice today. I'm going to get out and work in the yard. And our peonies are blooming, and I want to do a quick little live stream. And our irises have bloomed, but they're about done, so I'm not sure I'll show them. And our garden, my brother said he'd till between the rows. And I said if he did till between the rows, I could get in between the plants and pull the weeds. It's been so wet and rainy. And I had a laugh because I did watch Dee Dee's replay from Monday, and she was showing where she put Bob Ross on a mushroom in her yard. She said there was a mushroom that grew in their yard. And, it's been so wet here. We normally don't have mushrooms just springing up in our yard, but I've seen several of them out in our backyard. And I had a laugh at Dee Dee because she saw Bob Ross there, and she took a picture of Bob Ross and the mushrooms in her yard. She does her art garden. There we go. Now I could just leave this side in. See, I want it more, and I don't want to really cover this. Let's take the label off of this. And I think I'll save the word journal. Where am I going to put this so that it'll... Where's that plastic? Here, we'll just put it on this bubble wrap that I just need something that'll it'll stay on temporary. And I want to gut this. So let's do that. Let's see what else is going on in chat. Lori says she still needs to watch Rosemary's video. I do too. I need to see what Rosemary is doing, but I wanted to get my supplies. I did watch her supply. I watched her introductory video, but I wanted to go get my supplies. Hold it. Got these out. I think I can poke a hole in that. And I'll have paper here. And I'll probably play with Crayola on some of this. Now, I was thinking the index card today, but I might change my tune. But I think the index cards will fit those photo slots. So we got this. Let's see. What else is going on? Nancy says, now I'm watching an animated Polyphemus. This is ridiculous. Artsy says, not bad. Artsy says, I'm ready to give up. I want to see what Mary is doing. I'm not sure what you guys are doing out there. Oh my goodness, Nancy, it's a long ad. Are you watching ads? It's almost 15-minute ad. Oh my goodness. Patricia says, Mary has enough stars to do the Milky Way. I do. I bought an extra package. I put them with the stuff that I'm thinking I'm going to put these birds on, those copper birds on those ATCs, those that I don't like so well. And I think I'm going to, especially these. But look at these stars. There are, do they tell how many? They're bead stars. They don't tell how many are in here. It has to be at least 75, 50 to 75. I'm not going to count them. But these are extra. These aren't part of the project. Those don't count with this. Okay, now I want to gut this. And I could do something with this too. I could make it a... Well, let's go ahead and gut it. And let's see how it's put in there first. I think it's just sewn in, taped in. Oh, look, it's just taped in. Look at that. That came out so easy. And I didn't ruin it by... And I want to put that in here. Right in there. And I like this, but I'm not really sold on the cover. So we might do something with this later. I might make some sort of tag or something. We'll set this this is a freebie like my like this is. So we might use these for, yeah, I might make some tags or something out of it. We'll see. Or I might not. Let's see, where's my... I need my bag with my stuff in it. Oh, reach. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have enough to do this journal for sure. So, now I just have to decide how I want to keep this, but I also want to keep this. I'm thinking if I put this up like that, I could kind of do that tape thing that I've been doing lately, where I just tape it right in here and right in there. But now what would I use for tape? I mean, for, we could fold this up this way. See, I want it to go kind of like so. So when you open it up, this almost becomes its own page. Because I want this to show. And yeah, I'll probably ruin the zipper by doing this, because it'll only be able to zip down to there. But that's okay too. It doesn't, this is just play. Let's pin this. Now I got double-sided tape, but I think I'll need stronger. So I think Rosemary is allowing us to use scissors and adhesive and stuff like that, because I might need to use a stronger tape on this. And I'm just temporary. I'll go in and look at chat and see if you guys are giving me any good suggestions. Hold on. Of what to do with this zipper. I'm not sure. I might take the zipper off altogether. I like having it as a closure. Let's finish what I'm doing here. I could hand stitch this. That's probably what I'll do. Just do a blanket stitch. And no, I did not buy thread at the Dollar Tree. I probably could have gotten some of, but I didn't think about thread. So I'm hoping that things like thread and stuff like that I can use. See, I'd like that to go there, and then this would have to be, I'm not sure I can do this because this has to be attached. I might just take this zipper off altogether, because it has to be attached here. Otherwise, if you take this off, it will. And it looks like that's interesting. They just sewed across there. So if I could probably just break that stitching and this thing would fall apart. The zipper would. I really got it for the animals. Let's look and see what's going on in chat. Rhonda says, good morning. Hi, Rhonda. Nancy says, sorry, Mary. I gave up on the ad. I wanted to see what you were doing. A 15-minute ad. Oh, my goodness. Oops, I was going to save this. I might crinkle it up and we'll see. Or I might go, what's this? And throw it away later. There's more. Hi, Cheryl. Good morning. Ruth says, welcome, Nancy. Here's a cup of tea after that long wait. Oh, dear. Patricia says, hi, Rhonda. Patricia says, I find I'm changing my supplies as I get into the project. Oh, that's interesting. She didn't say that you couldn't change out your supplies. So I'm kind of liking that. But now this is just pinned here. And I'll probably do similar to the other side. And kind of make a flip. I'll probably line this first with tissue paper. I'll do a tissue paper collage in here first. And I think I'll take off the zipper and put that there. And this will come in here. Now, I'll probably tissue paper that. I could do that this morning. Let's see what's going on in chat. I keep looking at chat and then I get distracted. Put my knife away. That oak raffia will make a nice tassel. That oak raffia will make a nice tassel. Yeah, I'm loving this. Too bad it didn't go that way. I'd love to have it go that way. But they're upside down. That's interesting. They made this so that the dragons would face each other. That's interesting. So they knew they were going to do this as a bag design-wise. Because it folds right there. So if you have it this way, the animals face you. And if you have it this way, the animals face you. But if you open it up, the animals look toward each other. So they made this piece of fabric. When they printed it, they made it so the animals, they probably did that in lines so that the animals faced each other. And this way, they go this way, and then the animals are upside down going that way. That's interesting. I've never seen a piece of fabric so well thought out for a Dollar Tree bag. They made this thinking that they were going to have a division in there. Hi, Suze. Good morning. Nancy says, thanks, Ruth. I need to scroll back to see what I missed. Oh, did you miss our new lady from our Penelope's friend? We're gonna do a list. We're going to do a list on Friday night of names for her. So be thinking of a name, and I'll do a list, and then I'll have random org pick a name off the list. There's not going to be a giveaway. I'm not doing giveaways until I get all my Happy Mail sent, which may be 3 years from now. Oh. Sue says, that's because that parent needed a lesson in parenting. Rosemary is over there boiling books, Sharon says, making potions and melting candles. I'm over here making a little list journal. I know, Cheryl. She's boiling books. Oh, my goodness. She got some really good books. Our books, most of the books, I get disgusted because they separated the adult books from the children's books, which was okay with me, But when I go to the adult books to see what they have, half of the shelves are children's books. I'm going, put those children's books over there with the children and give us some more adult books. Our books, and then out of the adult books, not that I have anything against the Bible, but most of them are Bibles. They've got Bibles and they got novels, which is okay, but I want more neat books like what Rosemary's finding. Nancy says she's having a tough morning. Oh, Nancy. Oh. You mean a tough morning on YouTube or just a tough morning in your life? Sue says, sister took me to Dollar Tree for the first time in several years. It was a bad Dollar Tree. Oh, no. You must have had fun at Dollar Tree, Patricia says. She said bad Dollar Tree, so I'm assuming that she didn't like the Dollar Tree. Yeah, Sue says, right, Mary, the basics don't count on the challenge, so good. Hi, Sue Hennessy. Good morning, Sue. Welcome, welcome. I look forward to my box, Sue said. I'm not sure what you meant by bad Dollar Tree, whether it was just bad that it took all your money or bad that it wasn't, you couldn't find much. Sue said, I picked up Italian dark cream soda. Ooh. Yeah, there weren't a lot of choices. They had a pretty nice craft section going at our Dollar Tree, but I went there yesterday and I was very disappointed in it. So let's take these pins out again, and I'm going to collage some of that tissue. That's what I'm going to do this morning. I have to watch my time because I have to be off of here by 7:30 this morning. And this is sticky up at the top, at least. It's just got sticky there. It's not sticky in there. I must have just torn that out from the... No? It's interesting. All right. So we're going to... And I guess I'll take this zipper out and maybe use it on something else, because it's not going to, my head isn't putting this together with the zipper. Let's just undo it. A pink zipper. I guess it kind of goes in here with the leopard, but a gold one would have been better. Maybe pink was all they had. So if Rosemary is boiling books, is she doing that as part of her, project? I'm going to have to watch Rosemary's video. She was showing some faux tin types. I missed that entirely. It must be somewhere in one of her streams. And I think I'm a part of her group, her Caboodle group. And I think somebody dropped a video link to a channel that made faux tin types. And I'm interested in that. And I was catching up on her replays, and I showed where she was finishing them, but I never found where she started them. I usually watch Becky on Wednesday nights, so I don't always get Rosemary watched. I like to watch Rosemary on Sunday nights, but I stream on Sunday. Let's see. I'm afraid that I'm going to go do it. Because this has a stitched zipper stop here. It's just stitched across there. So I got to be careful how I snip this thread. There. That's interesting. I don't think it's glue. Oh yeah, see, it's just stitched across there. We'll just leave it like that for now. And maybe I'll use this as a pocket on the inside, kind of. And, you know, I could stitch here and have a inside pocket. Yeah. In here. Down to there. Yep. We'll play with that later. This goes in the bag. So let's get out. I'm going to collage some of that tissue paper down. And this goes in the bag. I should have a little box for this. We'll use the bag. All right. So I think I want to grab the oranges and yellows and maybe a red. Here, if I can find them. How does this open? Was there a seam? Is it seamless? I guess I'll just cut it. Graph several sheets in the center. Turn upright and twist the bottom. Place in a bag or basket. Packing tissue. Extra protection for your valuables. Arts and crafts and gift wrapping. They didn't say for collage. They were giving you uses for this tissue paper. Where's my big scissors? Get them out again. Sue said she was glad to get out to go to the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I kind of had to do 2 or 3 routes around the store to find items in my Dollar Tree. It just wasn't, there wasn't a whole lot. And I might save this. I'll just fold it up because I could see some possibilities there. Maybe on one of the index cards. And of course now the index cards, I don't know what Rosemary's doing, but I'm assuming this is just the construction of the journal. My index cards are going to be, probably have different things in there. Oh, is there any yellow in here? I don't see any yellow and gold. It's all, oh wait, let's see. Penelope, I'm going to have to move you to a safe spot. There's my gold. Here it is. We want this one, the dark red. Well, the sheets are pretty big. I'll have to give it that. I'm going to pull that one out. Oh, I see it. Kind of. I want the yellow one. How did they do this? I don't see a gold one. There must be one in here. There, no. The yellow one. And I don't see a gold one in here. Maybe I'm not finding it. They cheated me my gold. I guess I have to mix red and yellow to get gold. There are 2 yellow ones and 2 red ones. There's yellow. Purple. I wanted an orangey color. There's brown or black. White. Black. Pink. White. Lots of white. I guess that's a kind of a sky blue. Pink. There's no gold. The tag said there was gold. Okay. We'll use what I have. Maybe I'll have to do my own gold. I could do with less blues and greens in here. They folded it so that it would layer so that you could see the different colors, but I went off the label, and the label had an orange and a, maybe they meant that to be yellow. I'm not sure. I'll fold this in like that. Alrighty. So I have this one and this one. And see, look at here. They have gold and yellow and red, pink and peach. It looks like I didn't get that color. That's the color I wanted. Well, that's the way it goes. That's color certainly not in here. Wait a minute. Maybe I missed it. Hold it. Maybe I missed it. There it is. I got it. I missed it. Yay. Let's pull it out. Let's pull it out. I did get it. They didn't cheat me. It was with the pink. Over here. It was hidden. Oh, yay. Because this is the color I wanted. And we'll pull this yellow one out with it. If I can get to it, that is. And look, I even got black. I like the idea of black. Maybe I'll use that because there's spots in that leopard. I'll use the black for something. I'll have to come back to the black. But I'm not going to use it to collage the... Alrighty then. Oh wait, there's a brown in there. Let's get that brown out. Or black. There's a black. It looks brown and then it looks black. This is black. I got two blacks. Two blacks here, and it looks like a gray. I'll put this one here. Alrighty. Not bad for $14. Oh, and then let me show you what else I got here. Oh, I dropped the... I had to tie this sack closed because these were falling out. I found some wood grain contact paper for my shadow boxes. I have what Dee Dee sent me. So I've got plenty now to cut up for my shadow boxes. This is contact paper. Well, it's adhesive covering. Contact. Yeah, it says contact there. And let's see, what else did I get in this bag? This is not worth the... This is extra. This is not worth the project. This is extra. Let's see what else I have in this bag. I don't think there's anything else but... No. Everything else I'm not wanting to show. We'll just put that aside over there. All right. So, we got my color here and here, and this is white. It looks almost yellow when I hold it up to, but it's not. When I hold it up to the yellow, it's white. So let's put this one back. I don't want white. We'll put this one back in the bag for now. All right. So this is what I have. I have orange and yellow. I got two yellows. I don't need two yellows right now. And orange. and red. So what I want to do, all of this messing around, what I want to do is collage on the inside. And I think I'll just take a strip off of each one and tear. No, I found my ruler yesterday. What did I do with it? It had dropped on the floor. I couldn't find it. Yeah, here we go. Make this more manageable here. And then I'll have more for we'll fold this up, and I just want a strip of each one. And I tore these lengthwise. Did I not tear them lengthwise? I think I did. Yeah, I tore them. No, I tore them this way. About the same. They're squares. All right. That's good. We'll go back and turn it back this way. Now, why did I tear this? It's a little bit shorter. About here, I guess. About there. About 1 inch from the, yeah. Mary's talking to herself here. I just want to get some collage pieces here. And I might go in and, you know, I have that Jungle Book. I might take some fussy cuts out of that Jungle Book and put in here as part of the journaling part. Now, this, I am understanding that the challenge is just putting together the journal. And what you do with it, really, you can use other things. That's what I'm understanding. I hope I'm understanding right. Because that's how I'm going to do it. Because I want to use images out of that Jungle Book. This will be a jungle journal, I guess. Well, no, I want to put Daisy. I want to put June index cards. I have to go out and look at the prompts. Of course, you don't have to follow the prompts. You could do all jungle index cards. We'll see how I handle the inside. Right now, I just need to worry about getting the journal put together. I'll have to go out and watch Rosemary and see what direction she's taking everything. I was busy Monday. I worked in the yard on Monday afternoon. I slept late because I was up late Sunday. And then I worked in the yard all afternoon, and then you get tired after you shower and everything. You're not wanting to do much Monday night. I did go watch a little bit of Lisa. And Tuesday, yesterday, I went shopping, so I just haven't had a lot of time to watch a lot of videos lately. I caught up on Dee Dee. More string here. I think I'm going to save this string, all these stray threads. I might find a use for them. Yeah, don't throw anything away, Mary. All right, what's happening in chat? Let me catch up with chat. Rhonda says, Suze, pray you're well. Teresa says, good morning. Good morning, Teresa, little sister Spitfire. Good morning. Hi, Tori, the art dabbler. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Tina. Attaché Papers, good morning. Rhonda says, I wish our Dollar Tree would carry nice stamps and the higher end craft supplies that some other states have. Ours too, Rhonda. Ours doesn't carry no stamps, no good books, no stencils other than the ABCs and maybe a couple like the butterfly and bird ones, but not the higher end crafty stuff. I'm lucky to get the two-sided tape. I'm lucky to get the double-sided tape. Let's start with the book. And let's put some wax paper down. I'm happy to get the double-sided tape, but I wish too, Rhonda, that our Dollar Tree would carry more of the other stuff. Rhonda says, Mary, here's a video on how to make a faux metal tile. I'm not sure if that's what you want. It sounds like it, Rhonda. I'll take a look at that after chat. Thank you for popping that in there. I appreciate that. Rosemary's books are really messed up and fell apart in the boiling process. Oh, no! Oh, she'll recover from that. Rosemary is a creative soul. She'll take advantage of anything that happens. I'm not worried about her, but I'm glad I didn't boil mine. I just cut it apart. And I'm going to collage. Now I'm going to tear strips, not strips, pieces. So let's just start tearing. Maybe about half of it here, and I'll use the other half on the, well, maybe that's enough here. We'll see if I need more. And same here. And I might melt some crayons. Now, could I embed this in the crayon? No, we're not going to do that. We'll do that later. I'm not in the mood to get crayon melty today. I'm in the mood to watch Dee Dee this morning. I'm awake. I slept good last night. I was tired. Every time I go shopping nowadays, it tires me out. I like I said, I didn't even go to the greenhouse. I came home. I had to go to the grocery store. I went to the bank. What else did I do? I went to Dollar Tree and I went to the bank and I went to the grocery store. And that tired me out. I'm getting old. What can I say? That tired me out. And I go, Mary's a rebel. Mary's a rebel. You know, I kind of resisted wearing a mask in our area at first. Now I've gotten used to wearing them. And I had a laugh because all the stores that I went into yesterday, nobody was wearing masks. I put my mask on. And the store has signs that if you're not fully vaccinated, you need to wear a mask. Put your mask on if you're not fully vaccinated, that rule. But if you're fully vaccinated, you do not need to wear a mask. And I'm going to put my mask on just because I'm not fully vaccinated. I'm just going to do it out of stubbornness. Oh dear. You know, This is kind of where I want to go with this. It's kind of spotty. It's kind of spotty, like this is kind of spotty, but maybe I need some black dots on here. Maybe after I get this done, I have to collage on some black tissue. Yes. Let's put maybe some orange there. Piece of yellow there. I might need more. piece of yellow here. Maybe I need to paint my base yellow, a light yellow. Let's paint my base because the white, I'm going to go for a light yellow base here. And I forgot to change my paint water. I'll put that ruler on that to hold them down. So my brush is going to be kind of yucky. I'll wipe it off before I use it. But where's my paper towels? Oh, come on. Where did they go off to? Underneath my desk. So I was wearing a mask out of rebellion yesterday. And everybody looks at you. Oh, she hasn't been fully vaccinated yet. Oh. And, you know, I'm not saying I'm never going to get vaccinated. I'm saying, and I was thinking about this when I was a kid. And I'm not sure what the vaccines were for. I don't know if they were the polio vaccines. They might have been, because that would have been in the 50s. I was a kid in the 50s. And we took them orally. And I know I got really sick. My mom, I remember her saying, she said, I pooped a lot. I don't know, I was really sick. And Mom said, I can't keep her in clean clothes. She started dressing me in Dad's old shirts. I remember that part of it. I remember her saying, I can't keep her in clean clothes. Of course, now my mom, she, bless her heart, my mom did not have an automatic washer back then. She had the wringer style washer. It's got some blue in it. It's got some yuck in it. My paint water's dirty. I forgot to change my paint water. So I gotta be careful here what I want a white and just a dab of yellow. A dab of yellow, and maybe I'll put that buttermilk that I love so much on there. So I think of that with these vaccines, and I'm kind of concerned that I'll get really sick. Now they say they're safe and all of that, but different people have different reactions to that. Like I got really sick from whatever vaccination that was, and I think it was probably the polio ones in the 50s. And they vaccinated all the school kids. I remember that. We didn't have a choice. We had to go drink the Kool-Aid. Of course, I was young, so, you know, I just did what they told me to do. So, that's what I did. But I remember getting sick. I was sick for a couple weeks. So I'm kind of having some vaccination fears. Not fears, concerns. And there are people that get sick from they don't tell you a lot about it because they don't want to scare people into not taking the vaccination. Most of the people don't have a reaction to it. But there are people that have reactions to those vaccines. So I'm not fully vaccinated. So I put my mask on out of rebellion. But I was probably, besides some of the store clerks, you know, like in Dollar Tree, they had the sign that if you're not fully vaccinated, please wear a mask. And so I noticed that some of the store clerks in Dollar Tree had masks on. But most everybody didn't have masks on, and I was feeling a little rebellious. No, I did not get the vaccine. But you could probably go in there and not wear one and get away with it. Because they aren't going to come check your medical information. They're going to trust you that you're being honest. I could say, well, at least I'm honest. At least I'm honest. You can't accuse me of not being honest about it. Or respectful. All right. Let's get out my... I like that a lot better as the base. Kind of gets rid of that bright white. Let's give this a little dry. But I also felt a little rebellious, like, I'm going to put my mask on just because nobody else is. Oh, dear. I've got to clean out my brushes today. All right. Oh, Sharon, I keep looking at that doll, and it is just, she is gorgeous. The doll, this is a felted doll that Sharon Lombard sent me. She's just wonderful. She's just wonderful. She's Penelope's sister, I think. I think she's Penelope's sister. She looks like she could be a sister to Penelope. She's Penelope's long-lost sister. Oh, she's so sweet. I just love her. Oh, she's got a thread here. She said, I picked up one of your threads for you, Mary. Oh, I just love her. I need to put a hat pin. Can I put a pin? I bet I could put a pin in there. Put a pin. Penelope says if she's going to be my sister, she has to have some pins in her. Sue sent me some corsage pins that might go in there. All right, we're just going to kind of figure out where. Yeah, oh yeah, the yellows look good in here now. Maybe on top. Yeah. And we're just gonna collage down bits. I'm just kind of auditioning right now. I might have to tear some more. I might have to get out. I think I got 2 sheets of every color. Yeah. I need a bit. I need a bit more red on here. I think I'll save my yellows for the last. I just about have it all, not quite everything. All right, let's get collaging. I'll save this off over here. That'll be for that page. This is for this page. No, we'll put the red ones down first. And I'm just going to use my painty pen to collage with. I might get some paint on it. I should have washed it out, I guess. My paint water is so dirty that washing it isn't getting my brush clean. And my water spritzer, is this it? Yeah. Let's see if I can't clean this brush by hand, because my water's so dirty. At least I'll get the paint out of it. That's all I want. I just want to get as much paint out of it as I can. So I don't want it to... So I got yard work today. I'm going to plant marigolds in our south bed underneath of our living room window. I'm going to do that today. I've got some coleus plants that I want to put in, and I don't know. I might try them out underneath the walnut tree. Let's see. I was going to put some more red down in here. And if I get all my plants, I got a few grass plants that I want to put out underneath the walnut tree. Yeah, I don't really want that to be too... Oh, gotta be careful. I didn't find any napkins other than 4th of July ones. So I didn't really get... Let's tear this a little. I didn't buy any napkins. But when I do my book, and I'm thinking I was going to do index cards in here. I'm thinking a Jungle Book, because I have those Jungle Book, that Jungle Book that I'm making, that I used, I tore it apart to... I tore it apart to make my mystery art journal that I'm doing with Lisa. Of course, Lisa's miles ahead of me, but that's okay. And I need to get out and watch Lisa's video. Mina said that she finished her wood piece that she did, and I need to go watch it and see how she finished it. She said it turned out beautiful. Of course, I knew it would with Lisa. I knew it would. Okay, we'll just put that down in there, just like that, since it fell there. I'm going to put this one in here. Yeah, I'm going to have to tear some more, I think. Let's put this yellow one. No, you're not going on there. I've already got stuff on there. Let's tear this yellow one lengthways. Sort of. Yep, we have all kinds of fun when we art, don't we? We have all kinds. I'm going to fold this. Kind of, yeah. Like that. I think I'm going to put little black spots on here. Let's put an orange one. up in here. But let's put a, well, I'll put the yellow on top of it. I'm thinking jungle, but I'll have to rethink the theme of this. I'm kind of liking it. I'll put this down in here. We can take this little tissue and put it right there. Cover that little spot up. Uh-oh. I didn't want that to stick there. I need it to stick in here. Maybe the other way. Like that. And then this one, I need to cover that up. Now I'm liking that. I need just a little tear here of yellow. It's too much. I'll put that right there. And I'll probably outline this with a black marker because I didn't get up close to the edge there. We'll let it dry first. I'm liking that. All right, let's look at chat. Going down to the bottom. Patricia says, I still wear my mask even though I've had my shots. Yeah, they say that you can still get the vaccine. I mean, you can still get the COVID even though you're vaccinated. I'm not against the vaccination. I'm not against it. But I've had some second thoughts about it because I got really sick from that when I was young, and I think it was the polio. It's the ones where you went in and they had it was liquid. You drank it. And I think we had three servings of it in different weeks, if I remember right. And I got really sick from it. I remember getting sick. Now that doesn't mean that this would make me sick, but it gives me pause. It gives me pause. And when you have pause, P-A-U-S-E, when it makes you stop and think about, is this safe for me to do personally? Will my body react to whatever it is I'm putting in it? Although I have to say, I don't typically have a lot of reactions or allergies but then again, I don't take a lot of medicine. I don't need it. I'm not going to take medicine just to be taking medicine. So it's given me second thoughts about, for me, is it the right thing to do? And that's not just only conscience wise. At first I had some doubts about it, but I did do some research about the aborted baby issue, and it isn't like they're on an ongoing basis. And I think they were using, I didn't know that they could freeze those baby cells. They froze some cells from aborted babies in 1970 and 1980. And those cells will replicate 50 times, around 50 times. And I'm going, well, why do you have to use the aborted baby ones? And they say because of the younger cells replicate better than the adult ones. But how about just, well, I'm going off into a area that I probably shouldn't talk about because I don't know a whole lot about it. But I did, my point is that I did read about it. So I have less fear of that than I did when I first started reading about it. So it's not fear, it's wanting to understand it. I have more understanding, and I think that is what I wanted before I started. Well, even now, I want to understand it better before I start doing stuff. Let's see, I want a little, I guess, red in here. But I did put on a mask yesterday. I felt kind of lonely, but I also felt kind of like a rebel. Mary the rebel. I'll wear a mask just because nobody else is. There weren't very many people wearing the masks. I think people are kind of glad to shed them. They want to breathe. I mean, anyway, that's what I'm noticing when I go shopping. But again, here, when I'm down here by myself or in this small community, I don't go out much. If I go out, it's in the yard to work in the garden and to work in the flowers, you know. You don't need a mask around the house. But I wore mine yesterday. Just because. Just because I felt like it. I felt like being rebellious. I think people will be glad when this whole issue of the virus is over and done with. They call it getting back to normalcy. And I'm not sure we'll ever get back to that, because once something like this happens, it's gonna change our culture. Which is okay. I mean, maybe our culture needed changing a little. I know when I was working, I would have given my up a part of my salary if I could have worked at home. But no, they weren't going to have any of that. But now they've found ways to let people work at home. And which I think is a good thing for people who want to work at home. Not everybody likes to work at home or can't, you know, there's some people like to get out in the office, and some people have to get out, like if they're working in a grocery store or retail or something like that. Oh, my working days are about over. However, I do every now and then see part-time jobs that I think I should apply for just to get out of the house. But then again, I couldn't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and stream. But, you know, I'd have to be concerned about getting to work. Yeah, it's stripped down there. Not sure what I want to do. got to save some of this for the inside of the bag. Yeah, some orange. And I think another way that it's changed our culture is, well, I hate to say our nation's a lot more divided, but I think it's divided us a little along. Of course, you know, that's always going to happen. Not everybody's going to think the same about everything. I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. And that's okay too. Because if we all thought the same, you know, we wouldn't learn from each other. You know, the other thing I want to do is I want to put a little red. Where's that red one that I had? I guess I used it. I want to put, let's continue tearing down the side here. I want to put some red. Let's fold it and tear it. Come on. Up here and here, because those photo albums are not going to come clear up to the top. So we're going to put some red in there. Maybe some orange. All right, in here. And maybe a spot of orange. There. And the same here. And I need some black spots on here. Let's get out the black before I put this away, before I let it dry. Let's get out the black. Let's see what else is going on in chat. Rhonda says, it's okay if we don't agree on all of the issues. I just wish we could talk about our disagreements without the hate. Ah, that's true. That's true. We have the, you know, and, you know, we get the hate because different people are in different places in their life. Some people, it's okay for them to, you know, they grow up. They grow up in a whole different way than other people do. Some people, if you call somebody a nasty name or something, in some families, they just fight back. And in other families, that's not tolerated. And, but I agree with you that we need to discuss these things without attacking each other and realize that not everybody's going to agree about everything. And just because we believe something is true does not necessarily mean it's going to be true for somebody else, or that they're going to accept it. And my opinion is, if you cannot get along, if you can't find a way to get along with somebody who disagrees with you, just go your own way. Don't, you know, if you can possibly, just go your own way. And, you know, just, and that's the same way, kind of social distance is what I'm saying. I believe in social distancing. I really, really do. And not only for medical reasons, for social reasons. If you believe something, let's just say you don't believe that you should have to wear the mask or take the vaccine. If somebody thinks you should, just avoid them. Avoid that conflict. Go your own way. Let them go their own way. Just realize that they have a right to their own opinion, but so do you. So I agree with you, Rhonda. I wish that we could be more tolerant of other people's views. But there are limits. And I've talked about this before on my channel. I don't like a lot of in-depth political discussion. I don't talk politics, but I do talk religion on my channel. I talk about my faith, but I figure it's my channel. But I don't really talk a lot about politics. I might talk about the issues of the day, but I really don't say go vote for so-and-so, or because I voted for so-and-so, I think that this is the best person. And, I don't try to push my political beliefs off on other people. And in fact, I don't really like going there. But if somebody wants to discuss it in my stream, as long as they're not disrupting the whole community, they have a right to their opinion, as long as it doesn't become, an issue out there. And to a certain point, I'll tolerate it. You have a right to your thought as much as I do, I guess is what I'm saying. But you won't see me doing a political stream telling people what I may think, even though I may not. You may be surprised about what I think, or you may not. I'm conservative, but I'm also an independent. So I may agree with some of the things the Democrats are doing and disagree with some of the things that the Republicans believe. I may agree with some of the things that the Republicans are saying and disagree with the Democrats. I think it's more important to take a stand on the issues. But when you vote, you got to vote a party. So, well, you don't have to. I guess you could. We don't have independent here. We have other. You used to be able to identify as an independent here in the state of Nebraska, and they changed that. Why they changed that, I'll never understand. I want to be an independent. I want to vote according to the issues, which everybody should. And we have our different thoughts about what's right and wrong. And I try not to force my thoughts off on it. I might slip every now and then, but I don't make a point of it. I'm getting off into that rabbit trail, sticking to my finger, but not the page. These are some pretty black spots. I kind of like it, though. Let's see what else is going on. Many times we don't agree with each other because we don't understand, or we don't want to see how other people see things. We may learn something if we just listen and hear all points of view. That's true. And that's part of growing up and maturing, if you ask me. Part of being a mature person is being tolerant of other people's thoughts. And I think our culture has been pretty, on both sides of the aisle. Our culture has been pretty right or wrong, you know? I'm right, you're wrong. Type thing. There's a lot of spots on this. I don't know. Let's see my leopard. I think there's less. Well, they have, the leopard itself has spots along the back. So I could just put like a curved spot. Just kind of bring it down like that. And then bring this one down like that. I think that's what I'll do. Because see, there's areas of orange in here on these leopards. There's areas where it's just, and then there's areas where, and the spots are pretty close together. So I'm just going to, there's a string. I'm going to bring this one down and let it curve this way, and then this one will curve down that way. That's how I'm going to do it. I got a survey form from one of our parties. I won't say which one. And I need to fill it out. A survey. I'm going to fill it out and send it in. This is what I think about these things. And I think that's the best way to participate. Or if you're really politically active, if you're politically active, be active in the party of your choice. Go vote. Sticking to my finger again. Get off my finger. I'm liking that. I'm liking the black spots on here. Yep, this definitely is going into a jungle theme, isn't it? I might get out those jungle pages and do all jungle. But we'll construct the journal first. And it's sticking to my wax paper over here. I'm liking that. Now let's do this one thin and going into thick. Well, I kind of want it, maybe I want it thick going into thin again. Like that. I need more black. I don't know how I got off on that rabbit trail. Oh, wearing the mask, maybe. Being a rebel. Angie says, I hate it when a young person thinks they know more than someone who's 20 years older than they. It's not like we didn't go to school for 14 years. Yeah, that's typical of young people. That always has been. When you're young, you know it all. The older you get, the more you realize what you don't know. The older you get, the smarter you get. You realize you don't know it all. At least that's part of growing up. Young people know it all, and by the time you reach your 30s, late 20s and 30s, or if you're really mature, you realize that, oh, I was wrong. I didn't know it all. You learn how that you have things to learn too. Young people typically think they know it all. And they do know a lot. They do know a lot. It isn't, you know, you got to give them some credit for knowing stuff, but on the other hand, there's a lot that they need. An older person has wisdom because, like Angie said, it's older people have been through it. I thought that I knew a lot when I was younger, and as I grew older, no, I wasn't as smart as I thought I was. Although I was right on a lot of things. I guess Mary should just shut up before she puts her foot in her mouth anymore. That's a pretty big spot there. Oh, is that you, Aaron? Or is that Deb? Thank you so much. Biz Up is Deb Adams. Deb Adams was in a really bad car accident. And I think that's probably Aaron. Her son has been visiting chats. Oh, it's you, Deb? Oh, Deb. Oh, Deb. Oh, I am so, oh my goodness sakes. Oh, I just got a chill down my heart. Deb, you are so much in our prayers. Oh, Deb has really gone through it. We are so glad to see you, Deb. Oh, I just wish I could reach out and hug you. Here's a virtual hug. Here's a virtual hug. Oh. We're just sending you healing prayers. Your son, I asked him how you were doing. He sent me the nicest reply. Your son is just a sweetie. Oh, there's Becky. Hi, Becky. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. And we're just keeping you in our good thoughts and prayers that you heal. Thank God you're alive. Thank God you're alive and that you're with us. Angie says, Deb, we love you so much and you are in our hearts. The Feathered Hag. Hi, Feathered. Glad to have you join us. She says, hi, Deb. It's good to see you. I hope you're on the mends. Oh, I'm so glad you popped in, Deb. You are in our hearts and prayers. Let's see. Let's see. Can I take this back out again? I don't want... Yeah, let's kind of take these spots out. I want it to... I don't want it to be totally black up there. I kind of want to swish. Let's see. Can I take this one out? Yeah. Let's take this one out and put it over here. Feathered says, hi, Mary. Rhonda says, Deb, the same thing happened to me many years ago, so I can relate. I'm here if you ever need to talk. And Becky, good morning. Becky, are you streaming this week? Or you, I saw your video where you said you were having some audio issues, your post. I haven't got to catch up on your streams yet because I haven't got to catch up on many people's streams yet. I am working on my Dollar Tree challenge. I got this journal that I gutted. And then I got this little pencil bag that I took the zipper out of it. And I got tissue paper. And I'm doing the collage here to match the whether these are jaguars or leopards or whatever they are. So I'm thinking I'm running into a jungle theme. This kind of happened. Now, I thought I would put tissue paper on here too, but I'm not so sure about that. And I have to think how I want to use this again, but we're going to let this dry first. I'm going to continue with my black spots. Becky said, what? Where did that come from on? You are dividing? Hi, Arlene. Arlene says, hard to chat on this device, so I'm just listening today. Arlene says, good morning. Arlene, Deb Adams, Deb, is it Adams? Deb Adams, Biz Up, popped in. She gave me a super chat. You didn't need to do that, Deb. She says, thank you for all your prayers. You didn't need to do that, but thank you for that. I appreciate it. That was very thoughtful of you. And I think I'm just going to come right down, swooshing, and let this whole thing be blank, because my reasoning of that is when you look at these leopards, they've got underneath it on their torso area and then their belly down here, excuse me, they don't have spots. So I want to leave a blank area where there's no spots, like there's blank areas in there. That's my reasoning. So I'm just going to come down really thin here, I think. Just let's put some more glue on that. I'm going to do a video a little bit later this afternoon of a yard. I'll come on and do a little short live stream of a yard tour if it's not raining. If it's not raining. Come on. There. I kind of like it just like that. I have a little black spot, a little black piece left. So we're going to let this dry. And I have, for those of you, let's cut this. Let me trim this here. For those of you who didn't see the first, for those of you who just came in, look at what I got from Sharon Lombard. We're going to do a list Friday night of names for her. We got to name her. She's all felted. Her face, her head is all felted. This is just beautiful. This is Penelope's friend, but I'm thinking she's Penelope's sister, long-lost sister. Yeah, she's gorgeous. She is just gorgeous. I just admire this type of work. This takes talent. This came from Sharon Lombard. This is just wonderful. And I'm not going to show my whole Dollar Tree haul, but I got to the Dollar Tree and I have these photo inserts here. What did I do with them? Did I put them back in here? Oh, they might be down on the wastebasket. Are they down on the wastebasket? No. Well, I got some some index card photo inserts. That are going to go in here, and I'm going to do the index card today, I think, but I'm leaning toward a jungle theme. I can't find the inserts right offhand. Are these them? No, that's the paper that I gutted. I'm looking. I got crayons. Well, they're not in this sack. See, I need to put everything back. Back in the sack. I don't know what I did with them. Oh, here they are. So I kind of combined, this came out of a little photo book that I also got. I gutted the photo book, and they came out really nice. And I took the paper out of the little journal, and I'm going to put the photos in here. And I'm going to put the index cards inside of the photo. I think there's 26 of these. There's 13 sheets, if I counted right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 24 of them. But I also have 6 note cards. And I think I'm going to do a jungle theme. This is going to go down in here. We'll see what I do. Oh, and you know what? Really good is these are top loaded, which I like there because I can make tags if I want. And I can put something in the center. I probably put the note cards in the center when I bind this. But this has to dry. So I'm going to put this aside. Let's put this back in the bag. I have to watch my time. It's 6:30. I got 6:37. I've got until 7:30 today to work on this stuff. Here's the cover to the photo book that I got. I got exactly $14 worth of stuff, and I took those photo mounts out of this, and I might put tissue paper on this. We'll see. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yet, the cover. We'll see what happens to that. So what I want to work on next, let me put this aside, let it dry good. I might, although the glue forms kind of a protective layer, the glue itself. I'll put my brush back in the water. I don't want it to dry. Let me put this over there, let it dry out. I need to work on this. And I think I'm going to paint it the same way and hope that that paint might soak through. Let's try it right in here first with a little yellow and cream. I could put a glue layer on there, a gesso layer, but gesso might soak through too. I don't know, it may not soak through. It's pretty close weave in there. Let's see what happens. So I used buttermilk and yellow. And I like what it did to the inside of that cover. Hi, Nikan. Good morning, Nikan. Biz up. Maybe not today. This is hard work. Oh, biz up. Let's see what she's saying. I need to go up to what she's saying here. Oh, is Dee Dee in here? Oh, hi, Dee Dee. Mary, that's Deb Snow. I asked her. She said, I said, is this Deb or Aaron? And she said it was Deb. She said, it's me, Deb, Dee Dee. So this is Deb talking to us. She's still in the hospital. It's Deb. I have to use one finger. But Deb, oh, thank God you, oh, here's a virtual hug again. I just want to hug you so much. Thank God you're still alive. That's what I have to say. Thank God he spared your life, because we want you with us. We want you with us. We're not ready to let you go. Aunt Beck says, I want to do the Dollar Tree challenge too. Yeah, Beck, get over to that Dollar Tree. Oh, yeah. Well, this is a good sign, Dee Dee, that she's recovering. It's hard for her to use one finger to type. So, Deb, don't strain. You know, we're just glad you popped in. Oh, I'm so happy to hear from you. Hi, Brenda. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Dee Dee says, Beck, good morning, Beck. Good morning, all. Dee Dee popped in. Dee Dee, I can't wait to watch your stream this morning. I'm there when you do the Society of Idea Collectors. And Dee Dee, even though I put the link in there to where I did that stream, that piece of, you don't have to watch the whole thing because it's about an hour. Zip through it. Just zip through it. I don't expect anybody to sit and watch that, but I kind of go through a little bit about my list, about the things that I'd like to learn more about. And hey, talking about Dee Dee's Society of Idea Collector for this week, she said to make a list of things you want to learn more about. And I came up with 11, but yesterday I came up with 12. See how idea collectors work? Now, not all of you are going to appreciate this site or this channel, but I like the Hillsdale College. They're very conservative, and kind of on the religious side. So, but you know, they have some free online courses. And I got an email from him yesterday where you can participate. They had one on the Constitution, which I started, but I never got finished. And I could probably go out there and finish it. But they have one now on Dante, the Divine Comedy. And I listened to the first 2 chapters yesterday. The first chapter is more of an introductory. And you know, I just enjoy that type of thing. So I'm going to put Dante, the Divine Comedy on my Society of Idea Collector list. And one of my objectives is going to be to finish that course. And I should put the same with the Constitution. But I'm not going to drop the link or anything like that because, you know, it is a little conservative, and not everybody's conservative. We all have our right to our own thoughts. But that was the next thing that's getting on my I want to learn list. I want to learn because we were in a small school, yeah, and I have to say I never studied Dante. I never studied the Divine Comedy, and I just like hearing it for it's literature. It's literature, and also what I like about it is when you watch this video in this course, it's a 10 video course online. It's free. But when you watch it, they give art, because back then in the 13 and 1400s, they have, the art. If you look at the art that they're showing, and I'm sure you can find a lot of this if you just Google it. And I was looking at the pieces of art, and I was looking at the cross-hatching and how they brought out the images way back then. Well, I'm thinking cross-hatching right now is the only thing that comes to mind. But I might in my Society of Idea Collector, just put Dante and go research an art piece that illustrates Dante and the Divine Comedy, and pick out some art techniques similar to what I do for the Yummy pages, where I go through an art journal magazine and pick out different techniques. If I could go back and pick out some of the Dante, the art that was done that illustrates the Divine Comedy, go back and pick techniques like cross-hatching and play with some of that on for my art piece. Let's see. I got off on a, let's see. I got off on a rabbit trail there. Dee Dee says, I missed. I'll spend $14 and create a journal, Mrs. Gigi. This is a challenge by the $14 challenge is an art journal challenge. I believe it's go to the Dollar Tree and buy. I showed all my items at the beginning of the video. I'm not going to of this stream. I'm not going to show it again because I just don't want to go get all that stuff out again. But I found this. I'll show this. This was a bag. It had a zipper in it. I removed the zipper this morning. But what I found interesting about this fabric, I loved it. This was the only one I found, was the only leopard one or jaguar or whatever these animals are. The others were more summer and spring related and, floral and stuff like that. But I love this one. But what I found interesting with this fabric is all the leopards, there's a dividing point right here. And all the leopards on this side are faced this way, and all the leopards on this side face that way. So they made this to be folded down the center, so that when you have it this way and then this way, if you keep it out flat like this, the leopards go face each other like that, or like that. So I'm going to keep it like this, but I'm going to paint the inside of it. Let's see, they're saying good morning. They're saying good morning to Dee Dee. Becky says, hi, Dee Dee, I'm looking forward to the homework. And Dee Dee's laughing. And Biz Up is thanking Dee Dee for her channel. We love Dee Dee. We love Dee Dee. She so inspires us. And I was watching the replay of your stream on. I didn't watch every second of it. I zipped through it, and that's what I want you to do, because I know that you're a busy lady. You don't have time to look at the whole thing. But my art piece, is it here? I don't know if Dee Dee's still listening, but let me get this out. My Society of Idea Collector. This is my Society of Idea Collector journal. And I chose calligraphy, and I practiced the unicals. I'm going to have to practice more. I practiced the A and the B, and I made a face out of 2 A's. And then I did the B over here. But I was doing these, I was doing them in a marker, and of course it soaked through, and it soaked through to the blank page underneath. And I took that blank piece, let me put this back, I took that shadow print off the blank piece and made this as a tag. I made a tag, and you can't kind of see, this is the shadow piece of the calligraphy under here. And then this is a Tim Holtz piece where they're practicing their penmanship here. You can't see that very well. I can see it good. And then I just wrote the word calligraphy because that was my art piece for this. And then I used a hand. This is more of palm reading, but I liked it in that it was a hand. And I'd like to put maybe I'll do a ink pen in there. Maybe do a ink pen. So this may not be done. I may draw. Let's do that now. Let's draw an ink pen in there. Or just draw a pen. Let's see. Let's give it a point. Something like this. There. Just never satisfied. Never satisfied. I might come back and work on that a little bit more, but that's kind of my thought. So, I'm not going to go back into this, but I'm going to keep this out, take it out to my recliner, because Dee Dee's going to give us another homework assignment. I'm still making my list, but we're going to do a list Friday in my stream. We're going to do a list Friday night of names for Penelope's new friend here, which I'm tempted to call her the long-lost sister, but Sharon said this was a friend, so this is a Phibbsville friend. This is a Phibbsville friend, Penelope's Phibbsville friend. So she needs a name, and then I'm going to make a list of names that you guys contribute on Friday, so think of some names for her. Not here, because I'm not going to copy names from here. I'll do it Friday night. And then we'll go out to Random.org, and we'll let Random.org pick a name off the list. Dee Dee is teaching us how to do lists. I'm working on my list. I have a couple of them done, filled out, but I haven't started things yet. I'm working on transportation and colors. My places are done and my people are done. So I'm still working on my lists. That's okay. All right, let's finish reading chat. Aunt Beck says, I rearranged my craft, art, and sewing area yesterday, and I still have a small pile on the floor. I've been working in the yard. So after I get the yard work caught up, I got to get back in here. I'm going to dig out my sewing machine, Becky. And Friday, Becky and Violet open a craft and chat on Thursday and Fridays. They have a room on Facebook. On Thursday, Violet opens and Becky opens the room in Phibbsville. And I don't make it to the Thursday ones so much because I just don't get in there. Like I stream on Thursday morning, and after you talk for 4 or 5 hours, you're tired. But Friday, I've been making the Friday ones, and I'm going to dig out my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew on that freezer paper desk piece. We're going to make postcards out of it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover a sheet of watercolor paper with double-sided tape. And then on the back of that, I'm going to figure out my 3x5 postcards. And then separate from that, I'm going to take that drop sheet that I stenciled all those flowers on, and I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to sew on the back because my top thread on my sewing machine, it's already threaded. I'm not going to bother with threading and rethreading the bobbin and all of that. But my bobbin thread is white. So I'm going to have white on the top because I think it'll show up better. I might reverse it, but I'm going to play with that Friday. And Becky opens on in her Aunt Beck's channel or page on group on Facebook. She opens the room up for craft and chat on Fridays, and that's the one I've been making. Nakan is here. Good morning, Nakan. Yeah, Miss Up said this is hard work. She's typing with one finger. Roy's here. Good morning, Roy. Says, good morning, Mary. And all you lovely TheMeriAtelier. Happy hump day. Dee Dee says, hi, Mary. I'm just scrolling back through chat. Hi, Julie, Topaz Pearl Girl. If you're out there still listening, she says, hi, Mary. Wonderful Wednesday to you. Oh, dear heart. I've never been called dear heart before. Aw, Julie. I got to mix up some more Julie's modeling paste. That's on my to-do list. Yeah, Dee Dee said that Deb clarified for her. Said I'm just reading through chat. I'm catching up with you guys. Topaz calls Dee Dee Morning Glory. Hi, Carol. Whispering Cauldron, how are you doing? Oh my goodness. She says, good morning, Mary and everybody. How are you feeling, Carol? Are you all over? Both you and your husband had the virus, didn't you? Are you all cured from that now? We pray you're well. Angie says, I need to get up, but I don't want to. Yeah, I get that, Angie. I said that at 4 o'clock this morning. I need to get up, but I want to sleep. Get up, Mary. Go make you some coffee. So I did. Here's my coffee. I need to finish drinking that creamer before it gets sour on me. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. I can't wait to see the assignment this morning, too. I love Dee Dee's society. Well, I like everything that Dee Dee does, but I have to say my favorite things are the Society of Idea Collectors and her drawing. I love to watch Dee Dee draw. I like to watch her collage. Dee Dee does a lot of collage. I'm not so much into the coloring, but the thing about the coloring on when Dee Dee colors is that she gives a lot of good techniques. I don't have that patience. I don't have the patience to do a good coloring job. I melt my crayons. I don't have patience to color with them. I melt them. Let's just hit them with the heat gun. Roy says, I used to do the calligraphy for envelopes to make a few dollars many years ago. It needs a steady hand. Uh-oh, I might be in trouble. But I don't write with my left hand. I've got I'm okay most of the time. But you'll notice every now and then I get a little shaky left hand. I don't know why that is. I'm not nervous. I hope it's not a sign of something, but if it's just a sign of old age. Bootsy, try brush lettering with brush markers. See, I need to try that too. But the thing of it is, I need just to keep doing what I'm doing because I get so interested in so many things. I go down so many rabbit holes. I debated about doing the index card today, and I'm still kind of debating. I'm leaning toward a jungle theme for this book. So I might do them on index cards and just pick a jumble theme of index cards for these. The Pentel brush marker, Dee Dee says, has a kind of a hard nib, which might, but flexible. Pentel brush markers. Julie says, Sweet Tarts with Roy says, you are forgiven, my son. Go in peace. Oh, dear. Aunt Beck says, Howie has gone into about a crazy cat. He's tearing through the house. Oh, Becky, we had a cat. When I was in college, I roomed with a girl. This was not in the dormitory. We'd gotten an apartment together during the summer. I only roomed with her that summer. But she brought her cat, which was really not a house cat. That cat was crazy cat. It would zip up one side of the room to the other. The cat did not like being in the house. And I wish she would have taken it back home, but she wanted that cat with her. That was her cat. And, the cat belonged outside. And she let it out once. And she got it back eventually, but that cat. Now, Howie is calm most of the time. He probably wants out or probably needs to go on his catio or something. But, all right. Roy says, good morning. You have Hillsdale? I like Hillsdale. I can't afford all of their courses, but I like the free ones. I want to go back and do the one on the Constitution. You know, and it'd be fun to do a journal on the Constitution too, and then dwell on colonial art. Even get a colonial book of, you know, like the houses and Benjamin Franklin, and try to find as many pictures of the people that signed the Constitution and their history. Just do an art journal entirely based on the Constitution. And of course, learn about the different amendments, the different parts of the Constitution, too. Becky's making loaded oatmeal. Becky says she's in and out as Scott has to go in for a 10 a.m. meeting. She's making loaded oatmeal. Oh, you're making me hungry, Becky. I bought a peach pie. We have a place here in Nebraska that makes really good pies called the Village Pie Maker, I think. It's a local business. And every now and then, as a treat, I'll go buy one of those pies. And I share it with my brother. And I bought one last week, and I put it in the freezer. And when I got home yesterday, my brother had it all baked. So I'll probably have a piece of peach pie while I'm watching Dee Dee this morning. All right, I'm back down to the bottom. Yeah, Carol said they both are over the COVID now. Good, Carol. I'm glad you guys are well. You're not on the mend, but you've recovered from that. I'm glad to hear that. Good for you, Carol. Julie says, "Hi, Suze. Hey, Suze. Oh, there's Ann. Good morning, Ann." And Laura says hello to Becky. Becky said, "Our cats can't run loose here as the city charges so much for loose cats. I can't afford them getting out of the slammer." If you want out, you got to pay for your freedom. Yeah, well, this cat, I understand that, Becky, and most of the time your cats, we enjoy seeing your cats. Most of the time your cats are crawling in your laps looking for love. You know, purring in your lap. But this cat that my roommate had at the time, this cat was a farm cat. This cat belonged outdoors. This cat was not an indoor cat. And this was when I was younger, too. Is this going to soak through? Yeah, see, it's soaking through. Well, I'm just going to let it soak through. Maybe I'll do the buttermilk first, though. A buttermilk layer first. I thought that this paint might soak through this bag. Let me get the plug out here, if I can. Now, Penelope, I need a needle. Penelope is going to make her friend wear a needle. And I'm thinking one of those corsage pins or maybe a hat pin. Becky sent me a hat pin to use in my Art Deco magazine, but I might give it to Penelope's new friend. We might decorate it up. We'll see. Sharon Lombard, if you're out there listening, and she said she watched the replay, but I don't know if she'll listen this deep into it. She does beautiful, 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 beautiful felting. Let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, it's coloring. Oops. Hold it. Let me wipe this up. I don't want it to get on the front. Topaz says, "Hi, Ann-Laure. Good morning." Dee Dee says, "Terry, I think we'll have a Survivor in September." Oh, they're talking about the show. Isn't that a PBS show? Well, I don't think we can get PBS on we get Net Nebraska. We don't get a I don't know if, and they show segments like I was talking about Nebraska that I saw on YouTube, and it was about this artist, is why what attracted me to it. She had done a lot of fine art for famous people like Disney. But she was looking online and she saw an art studio in a school for sale in western Nebraska. And I guess it had some sort of solar windows or something in it. I'm not sure, solar roof or something. And she was attracted to it, but she couldn't afford it. So she kept looking, and she found a school for sale in a small town in south central Nebraska. We used to play them in basketball. I remember going to that school. I didn't attend that school, but I remember playing them in basketball. And she bought that school. I put a link to that Nebraska video on my community tab. And it's all about her and her art and turning that small school into an art studio. And she lives in the school, and then when she wants to go to her studio, she just goes downstairs or upstairs or around the corner. If I could afford it, I'd do something like that. Our school in this little town is pretty active yet. They're a Class D school because this is a small town, but they're pretty active. They're pretty active in sports, and I don't see this school closing anytime soon. But I couldn't afford the building anyway. But the grocery store closed. But the school is only a couple blocks east of me here in this small town. Of course, I've still got threads here that are hanging. I didn't pull out all the threads. Dee Dee, I just saw an announcement for Survivor 41. That's over 20 years. Wow. I just rounded. I don't remember the exact years. Oh, on CBS? Oh, we can get CBS on our dish. We have Dish. My brother watches wrestling and Wheel of Fortune and those shows. I don't really watch the TV. I watch it on my phone. Like you can get an app called My Dish, but they don't. Even though they show, you have to stream that, and they don't stream all the shows. I don't know if they'll stream Survivor or not. That's something Dee Dee is interested in, is Survivor. Dee Dee and Julie and her crowd. I'm not up on all of that. It's just one more thing, one more rabbit trail. But I can go out there. Like I can get the Hallmark channels. I can get the Food Network. I can get the shopping channels, of course. But I don't watch a lot of that. I end up watching a lot of YouTube. I was listening to Dee Dee, and she was talking about she didn't go out to Twitter a whole lot because she watches a lot of YouTube. And I'm going, yeah, I identify with that. I'm not on Twitter. I don't even watch Twitter. I'm not even signed up because, not Twitter, Twitch. Because I think I said Twitter. I meant Twitch. And I don't watch a lot of stuff on Instagram. I go out and look at pictures on Instagram, but I don't watch a lot of videos. If our community does a live stream, like Becky will every now and then do a Facebook live stream. But I like the rooms on Facebook. That's what YouTube should be doing. They have memberships. YouTube has memberships, but YouTube could be improving their community stuff, but they aren't going to listen to me. They won't listen to me about giving me a file organization for my playlist. All right. I think that is about all I'm going to do for that. Let's flip it over. And it's not too bad with the cream on the back. But this has to dry. What time is it? It's 7:10. I got a few more minutes. Let's put this aside. I'm just going to let this air dry this afternoon. We'll work on this maybe tomorrow morning. I want to bind my art journal tomorrow morning. My June art journal. Let me put this stuff away. The cream, I love that Deco Arts buttermilk. Let me put this away. I gotta get more glue in there. I gotta clean out my brushes this afternoon. They're horrible. So let's put, this came from Sharon with the lovely girl. This is, I showed this at the beginning of my stream. I got this bag at the Dollar Tree yesterday. This is what I'm going to use for the cover of my June art journal. I'm going to cut it up and make a cover out of it. I've already got the pages, and it's going to be postage stamp in June. My pages are mostly postage stamps. But I'm going to make an art journal cover out of this for June. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to, did I get it out here? I have a sheet, and I might use this. I have to figure out, this is, I think it's 11 by 15, 15 by 11. I'm not so good with my arithmetic online. Let me put these tissues in the bag. This one came from Sharon. I'm going to use that one. Something to do my arithmetic on. Scrap paper. Hold the phone. Let me get a piece of scrap. Oh, and here, see, I got this rusty aluminum in here. I've been keeping that. I'm going to have to check with Rosemary. She talked once. Oh, this is cardstock. I don't want to use cardstock. Let me get a piece of scratch paper here. Surely I have a piece of scratch paper. Surely. I think I've gone through this before. I think I estimated, well, let me write on this. So 15 by 11, 11 by 15, 3.5 by 5.5. Well, 5.5 and 5.5 is 11. So on this sheet, I can do 2 5.5 postcards that way. So how many can 3.5s can I get into 15? 3.5 divided into 1/5. So that'll go 4 times. About 4. That makes sense. So that I could only get 3.5, 7, yeah, 10.5, and 15. I can only get, oh, yeah, I can only get 8 postcards out of this sheet, but I think I can get a couple more. I'll use another sheet is what I'll do. I think I can get 10 postcards out of, Mary's figuring up here, out of this sheet. And what I'm going to do is cover this whole thing with double-sided tape. And I'm going to take this Friday in Becky's Crafting Chat, if she has it. She usually does on Fridays. And I'm going to do some freeform stitching on here. And then after I've done that, I'll put that down here. And then I'll cut the postcards out of this. But I think that I'll have enough that I can do 10 postcards, because I'll have 4 this way, and well, maybe not. These are only going to be 4.5. So I might have to go this way and make 2. I'll get 2 more postcards out of this, and some washi tape. And some washi tape. And the other way I could approach this is leave this alone, stitch on this, put all my double-sided tape on here, then put this, after I've stitched, I'll put that double-sided tape right over my stitching, and then I'll put this down on that, and then cut my postcards out of this. That'll work. And then in there too. So that I'm going to work on Friday. So one last thing I'm going to do before I say goodbye and send you all over to Dee Dee's is I want to put this, I hope I have her note here. She sent me a note. Did I put it up here? Well, I'll have to find the note that goes with this. I got the box. This is the box. Here's the paper it came in. Where's the note? I'll find it. I'll find it. Well, we're gonna collage this tissue in there, in my journal. If I can find my journal, I need to clean. I need to clean. My world is upside down. Alrighty, here it is. This is my May journal, and Sharon's note is here someplace, but I'm going to do a Happy Meal page. I'll show you how my bird turned out the other day. Oh, I did it in my magazine. My Yummy page. And by the way, if you guys don't know what a Yummy page is, I'm doing a magazine art journal, and it's called Your Unique Mixed Media Magazine, yay, page. And I'm doing, what I do is I picked 12 different art prompts, like color, stencil, pattern, that type of thing. And I'll list them down here 1 through 12. Then I go out to random.org and I'll mix these all up, because I like things to be mixed up, because I don't want to plan it out all ahead of time. I'll mix them up with random.org, except for color is always going to be number 1 and borders is always going to be 12. So I mix up 2 through 11. And I'll put those in a column over here. Then I go out to random.org and I pick a page in here. I know that this has 144 pages. So I'll go out to random.org and put in 1 through 144. And I'll let random.org pick the page I want to work on. It might pick page 15. So I'll work on this page. And then out of these here, what I'll do after I mix all these up with random org over in this column, I might have color 11 might be, my 11th prompt over here might be dots. Well, when random org picked it up, it might be number 2. So I'll have color and dots. And then I'll go out, and I know I have a source magazine, a reference magazine, usually uses Somerset Studio. This is the one that I used. And I know this has 144 pages. So I go out and I put 1 through 44 in again. I like doing it this way because it changes things up for me. I don't like just to have, you know, and if you do a lot of pick 10s, you get, you know, you get almost into a pattern of doing stuff, and I want to be surprised. So what I do is I'll go out and put in 1 through 44, and then I'll list all those page numbers. It might give me page 40 for pattern. And I'll go out and I'll go, what patterns can I find on here? What technique can I find on here that has pattern? And, well, let's see. You might see the ovals in the butterfly wings, or you might see the stripes here on her arm. Could be a pattern. And I'll take that technique and I'll put it over on the page that I'm working on. I always do color first, but that's what I like doing. What it is, it's taking an art magazine and studying, pulling different techniques that the artists have used and they're presenting in here without copying them. You're going out here and, well, this was one of the pages in my last page that I did. It's kind of convoluted and it kind of confuses people when I do it. But I think if I do it enough, people will get the hang of it. See, I did this bird. I did this bird and I used that eyelash yarn for the wings. And my bird, this was a paper bird. In fact, this is on the cover here. And this is kind of what I did. And I ended up using a stencil in here. I used a tile pattern for the pattern. I had a sunshine in there. I had some text and some written text and a strip of fabric. But if you look at that bird, I did this once before in here, one of my very first ones. He was using that same bird. Where is it? In here. Let me find it. And there's some pages in here that I'm absolutely not going to work on. This one I like too much to paint over it. All these interesting boutique items. We're making hats and everything. This one I can work on. But this is really a magazine art journal that I'm converting. Just doing these techniques. And it's more or less studying the techniques. I'm looking for my other bird. He's in here because I saw him. I guess I kind of got some glue on that. Where did I put him? Here. See, there's that other bird. This is one of the first pages I did. I love this page. So, and what I'm thinking that I'm going to do on my, when I was talking about Society of Idea Collectors, I was talking about Hillsdale College and the free online course on Dante's Divine Comedy. And the artwork that they showed in that video, I'm sure I can find free online pieces of that artwork because it was artwork that's been done in the 13 and 1400s. So there's probably, if I go to Wiki Commons, I can probably find it. But how I go into the Somerset magazine and pull different techniques, when I do Dante, the artwork from Dante, what I'm going to do is go grab some of those free images out there. And the technique that I think of immediately is the cross-hatching. So I'm going to play with cross-hatching, and I might try to do one of, you know, like a man. In fact, this almost looks like Dante right here. let's see. If you look at portraits of Dante, he always has a hood on his head, and he always has a laurel wreath through that hood. He was a famous poet back in the 1300s, 12 to 1300s. It doesn't talk about what this is. This almost looks like Dante right there. But you could do something like that. Take one of those portraits and do a collage of Dante. Take a crosshatch and try to do some of that beautiful, beautiful crosshatching that they did way back when. My crosshatching, scribble. My crosshatchings are really fast scribbles, like this and like this. But when they crosshatch, I mean, you can tell that they really studied how close to get those lines, to make them really close together, to get a darker line, and further apart to get different values just by the crosshatching. And Dee Dee could tell you all about crosshatching. So I've chattered away here. I didn't get my collage done. I'll come back to that tomorrow morning, and I'll find Sharon's note. It's time for me to say goodbye. I've been working on my Dollar Tree channel. I'm gonna put this for my thumbnail. Let's put Penelope out there too. This will be our thumbnail today. That's my Dollar Tree receipt. This is going to be my thumbnail this morning. Dee Dee, and we're going to name her. Let's see. Let's put Penelope more like that. Let's put them like that. Dee Dee's long lost friend. So thank you all for coming. Dee Dee comes on in 3 minutes. Hi, Riri. All right, everybody. Have a great Wednesday. And Beck, I lost whether or not you were going to stream. I'm thinking you're not because of your video, but I'll go back and check. I'll watch for you. Just see you all tonight, she says. Are you streaming tonight, Becky? I hope she's still here. I'll go back and watch. She says, bye-bye, see you all tonight, which makes me think Aunt Beck might stream tonight. Yes, she says yes. So Becky usually streams at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll watch for you, Becky. And Dee Dee's on now. Bye, everybody. Have a great Wednesday. Have a great hump day. Go gold or go home.